is a Hardin student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, Point Bank. Tonight for the Colonels, leading off will be Connor Ray, followed by Briley Sanderson. Hitting third is Andon Korn. Hitting cleanup for the Colonels will be Philip Broyers. John Burnett will hit fifth. He's followed by Rafe Dennison. Hitting seventh, Layden Blant. Hitting eighth will be the pitcher, Keaton Williams. Closing out the Colonel lineup will be Caleb Burris. Defensively tonight for the Bulldogs. Left field will be Jamar Neal, and center field it's Braden Hackley. Right field it's Landon Carlisle. On the infield, Trevor Bowman will be at third, Bryce Bradshaw at shortstop, Destiny McAllister at second, Dawson Hall at first base, and the battery tonight for the Bulldogs, Isaiah Covell behind the dish, and Larry McKnight on the mound. This will be McKnight's first start this season. He had second appearance as a pitcher. He has an 0-0 record with a 5.25 ERA, 2 strikeouts to 3 walks. This is senior day here. Celebrating their 3 seniors. Covell, Larry McKnight, yes, Allister. Coming to the plate will be the catcher, Connor Ray, hitting 188 season. I want to know. Both these teams back in action tomorrow. John Hardin actually will hit the road. They will head down to Bowling Green Central. For Caverna, they'll be at home. Some slow roller. Cass McKnight, Allister there. Over to Hall for out number 1. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Riley Sanderson. Sanderson hitting 185. Oh, no. Side 2-0 now the count. In there, force 2-1. 3-1. John Hardin, they finished 2-6, 7 district. Sanderson draws the walk. With 1 out, runner at first. That's going to bring up third base and in 200 here. District this year. It's hard to score. 7 district snap throw down to time. Side 1-0 the count. Two and 0 now. Leading in the 7th district. Central Hart followed Hart third. over, catch, and back. Every that's in there for a strike. 2-1. Swing and a miss on that one. That'll even the count at 2-2. That one low, 3-2. Burnett will be off on this pitch. There's strike 3. The third out. With 1 run on no hits, 2 runners left on base, and no John Harden errors as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Caverna on top, 1-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. The lineup today for the Bulldogs, leading off will be the catcher, Isaiah Covell. He's followed by Trevor Bowman. Hitting third will be the shortstop, Bryce Bradshaw. He's followed, hitting cleanup, by Larry McKnight. Destiny McAllister will hit fifth. First baseman Dawson Hall hits sixth. Braden Hackley will hit seventh. He's followed by Ian Woodard, the DH, at eighth. And rounding out the lineup for the Bulldogs will be Jamar Neal. Defensively tonight for the Colonels from Caverna. In the outfield, Caleb Burrows will be in left, Philip Broyers in center field, and Layden Blanton in right field. Around the infield, Zandon Korn at third, Riley Sanderson at shortstop, Rafe Dennison at second, Sean Burnett at first, and the battery tonight for Caverna. Connor Ray will be behind the dish, and on the mound is Keaton Williams. Williams 0-3 on the season with a 21 ERA. He has 11 strikeouts to 16 walks. This will be our final regular season baseball game of the season. Next week we will have all of the 17th District baseball tournament. Mr. Jeff Macy will bring you all of the 17th District softball tournament. That will be held at Elizabethtown High School. And the following week, the 5th Region softball tournament will be held at North Hardin High School. We will not cover the opening day, which is on Memorial Day, but we will, if any of our teams make it to the semifinal round, we will cover those games, and then obviously the final as well. Coming to the plate now, Isaiah Covell. Covell hitting .296 on the year. That one outside, 1-0. That one low, 2-0. Can be fouled out of play. 2-1 the count. That one outside, 3-1 now to Covell. That one high. So Covell walks on the 5-pitch at bat. That's going to bring up Trevor Bowman, the third baseman. Bowman hitting .250 on the year. For Covell, he is 4 of 5 in stolen bases this year. Third baseman Corn about 3 or 4 steps in on the grass. Covell takes off. Good throw, not in time. Stolen base. Puts a runner in scoring position with no outs. First pitch was a ball. 1-0 the count. After Bowman, you want to hit this to the right side of the infield. Is going to bunt it. Does it just down the line. It goes foul. So everybody will go back. That one just rolling foul by 2 or 3 inches. And they'll even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Big lead at second. He's going to bunt this one foul. It'll take the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Covell takes off on the pitch. That one goes all the way to the backstop. He turns, rounds third. Is going to stop there. Two and 2 now, the count to Bowman. That one outside. Good job by Ray to kind of smother it. It doesn't get very far outside of the home plate circle. Popped up on the infield. Korn makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So with the runner at third, it's going to bring up Bryce Bradshaw, the shortstop. He's the leading hitter for the Bulldogs, hitting .343 on the year. Swing and a miss on that one. 0-1 the count. One and one the count. Bradshaw digs back in. This may ripped into left field. That'll be an RBI single. So with one out and a runner at first, all tied at one apiece, it's going to bring up the pitcher, Larry McKnight. Low, 1-0. Bradshaw takes off. Throw down, not in time. Third stolen base of the day for the Bulldogs. Isaiah Covell had 2 stolen bases. Actually, one of those was a wild pitch. That one outside. 3-0 now the count. That's in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count. Swings that one, pops it out of play. That'll run the count full. That one lands in the bleachers. And a balk called. Pitcher started his motion home and then stopped it. Rip foul down the third base line. Gets down into the bullpen. Ball 4, that one was up. So McKnight goes down. So with one out and runners at first and third, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Destiny McAllister. She's hitting .174 on the season. It's in there for a strike. McKnight will steal second. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 the count. That'll go outside. 1-2 now to McAllister. We popped up on the infield. Dennis in there. He'll make the catch for the second out. So with 2 outs and runners at second and third, the first baseman, Dawson Hall, now to the plate for the Bulldogs. Towards third base, Corn up with it. Cross the infield, and he gets it. The 5-3 putout ends the threat from the Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs able to push 1 run across on 1 hit. There were 2 runners left on base and 1 Caverna error. So we're tied after 1 complete as we head to the top of the second inning. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Call 270-737-6900. Go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We are having some changes for the Bulldogs. Dawson Hall and Larry McKnight are going to switch positions. So McKnight heads over to first base, and it will be Dawson Hall on the hill. If I can get some stats up on him. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the Caverna order. Layden Blanton, Keaton Williams, and Caleb Burris. Dawson Hall on the year has started 1 game. He's done 3 2/3. He did not have a decision. He's 0-0. He has 1 strikeout to 5 walks. His ERA on this season listed at 0.00. Both of these teams will end their season against Warren Central. John Hardin tomorrow night is able to travel, take on Warren Central, and then later this week, Caverna finishes out with Warren Central. Start this top of the second inning. It'll be Layden Blanton coming to the plate. Blanton hitting 154 on the year. Low and inside, 1-0. Swing and a miss there. Evens it out, 1-1. Two and one now the count. That one gonna be low and inside. 3-1 now the count. Walk there. So with runner at first, that's going to bring up the pitcher, Keaton Williams. Williams hitting 143 on the year. So he popped up into foul territory. Bowman racing over, not going to be able to get to it. Oh, and 1 the count. Blanton gets a good lead away from first. Now shuffles back closer. Balk. So Blanton now in scoring position. Williams steps back in. 0-1 the count. That one low. One and one. That one gets away from Covell. Blanton will move up, so with no outs. Runner at third. Williams will be able to help himself out here. Get this base hit or get a ball that will score from third. And there for a ball. And Williams will trot down to first. So they got runners at the corners with no outs. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Caleb Burris. Burris hitting 160 on the year. We are having a courtesy runner at first. And get a number on that one, I will let you know. And courtesy runners are offered to the pitcher and catcher of each team. Just to speed up the game. That was close to a balk. He almost didn't stop that time. 1-0 the count. Squared around to bunt. That one in the dirt. Covell not going to have a throw. The runner out at second just about spiked himself. Runners at second and third now. 2-0 count. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Too far inside. 3-1. Clayton Norris, the runner out at second base for Williams. Infield in for the Bulldogs. That's on the inside. The base is going to be loaded with no outs. We go back to the top of the order. Connor Ray to the plate. Connor 0 for 1 with the ground out. We're going to have a coach's visit. Get a reminder, this will be our final regular season baseball game. Next week, we will cover all of the 17th District Baseball Tournament from Central Hardin High School. We will also cover all of the 17th District softball action at E-Town. Coach Mr. Jeff Macy will bring you that action. And the following week, the 5th Region Softball Tournament will be held at North Hardin. We will not cover the opening day games. They will play 4 games on Memorial Day. But if any of our 17th District teams make it to the second round or the finals, we will have those games for you here on HCEC-TV. We're going to have a pitching change. Bryce Bradshaw will now move to the mound for the Bulldogs. Hall will go back to first base. McKnight moves to second. And Destiny McAllister moves to shortstop. See if we can get some stats on Bradshaw on the season. So be Bradshaw's 9th appearance on the year. He's 1-3 with 2 saves. An ERA of 5.53. He has 22 strikeouts to 14 walks. In the bases loaded for the Colonels, all 3 players reaching on walks. If you're Coach Rodriguez, all you really want is somebody to throw strikes. Infield going to stay in. Swing and a miss there. And Conneray, the catcher, now at the plate. 0-1 the count. 0-2 as he swings through that one. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So with 1 out and the bases loaded, that's going to bring up Riley Sanderson. Sanderson is no official at bat as he walked and later came around to score the lone run for the Colonels. Came into today hitting 185. Swings through that one, 0-1. That one well outside. Here comes Blanton. He will score. And everybody else moves up. So on the wild pitch, Layden Blanton is the lead back to the Colonels, 2-1 now. One to one the count. Sanderson steps back in. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 now the count. Ooh, that one almost hits Sanderson. And Norris will come in, the courtesy runner. Burris now moves up to third. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry, 2-2 now the count. That's in there for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bradshaw. That's going to bring up Zandon Korn. Korn walked in his first at-bat. Again, Burris at third. That one low, 1-0. 2-0 the count. That one goes behind Corn. Here comes Burris from third. And so 3 runs here scored in this second inning on no hits. There were 3 walks to start the inning. And then 2 strikeouts as Bryce Bradshaw came in. All 3 of those runs going to Dawson Hall. But then it's been 3 wild pitches from Bradshaw that's allowed the Caverna runners to come in. 4-1 now our score. Corn digs back in. 2 outs, no one on, 3-0 the count. Fouls that one away, 3-1. That's in there for a strike. 3-2 the count. Somebody hit back up the middle. Coming up on it, not going to be able to get to it, was Hackley. And so a single for Corn. First base hit of the day for the Colonels. And with 2 outs, runner at first, that's going to bring up the center fielder, Philip Royers. Royers 0 for 1 as he popped up into foul territory. That's the first baseman Hall, got that one. Came into today hitting .360 on the year. That one gets away from Covell. And Corn will scurry down to second. That catches the inside corner. That's in there for a strike. Good curveball from Bradshaw. And that one does hit Royers. So he'll head down. So runners at first and second. That's going to bring up Sean Burnett, first baseman. Burnett walked in his first at-bat. So we're going to have another visit to the mound. Again, our next sporting event will be next week with the 17th District Baseball and Softball tournaments. Baseball at Central Hardin, softball at E-Town. This week and next week, a busy week for us here at HCEC-TV. A lot of award ceremonies. We have the graduations end of next week for all 3 high schools. Now coming to the plate, Burnett after the visit to the mound. Want to know that one down and away. That would be fouled down the right field line. Hall gives chase. Not going to be able to get to that one. One and one the count. Burnett digs back in. That one stays up. 2-1. One low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss there. I'll take the count full. The runners will be off on the pitch. 3-2 with 2 outs. That one outside. So after back-to-back strikeouts, we have a single by Korn, walk to Brewers. Hit by pitch for Brewers. Burnett walks. Bases loaded. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Rafe Dennison. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-2 now the count. Strike 3. For the third out, but they send 9 batters to the plate. There were 3 runs on 1 hit. 3 runners left on base and no John Harden errors. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, Caverna on top, 4-1 over John Harden. It's all good. All good. This is a HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV broadcasts on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can check out all of our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. Due up in the bottom of the second for the Bulldogs, it'll be 7, 8, 9 in the lineup. Braden Hackley, Ian Woodard, and Jamar Neal. Keaton Williams will remain on the hill for the Colonels. Braden Hackley now to the plate for the Bulldogs. Comes in hitting .208 on the season. That one outside, 1-0. Two and 0 as that one gets away from Ray. That one well inside. Oh. It hit the bat, sorry. So it was fouled off. 2-1. Three and one now the count. Swing and miss, 3-2. Strike three. First strikeout of the day for Williams. That's going to bring up Ian Woodard, the designated hitter. Woodard hitting .333 on the season. It's 2 for 6. Limited at-bats this year. That one in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. There's a slow roller over towards Korn, up with it, cross the diamond, pulls the first baseman Burnett off. And so the E5 will have Woodard at first base, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Jamar Neal. Neal also hitting .333 on the year. 4 for 12 on the season. Squares around to bunt. Bunts this one right out in front of home plate. Ray up with it. Down to Burnett. Gets the for sure out. So the sacrifice. 2-3 put out. Does get Woodard into scoring position at second. With 2 outs, we're going to head back to the top of the order for the Bulldogs. Isaiah Covell now to the plate. Covell reached on a walk and stole second and third and came around on a wild pitch. The only run of the day for the Bulldogs. That one in the dirt, 1-0. Skipped in. 2-0 now the count. Three, So we hit towards right field. Blanton out there. It's going to go over his head. 1 run is in. Covell rounds first, heading to second. They're going to hold him up there. So an RBI double as Woodard comes across the plate to score. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Trevor Bowman. Bowman popped out to the third baseman in his first at-bat. That one high, 1-0.
Stay up, keep your hands up.
Covell takes off for third. This one swung on, hit back up the middle. Sanderson there with it. Cross to Burnett in time for the third out. But the Bulldogs able to push one across. There was 1 run on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base and 1 Caverna error through 2 complete. Our score, Caverna 4, John Hardin 2. So we head to the top of the 3rd inning. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. For those who are serving our country in the military, a discount is available. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs, located at 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Due up in the top of the third, we're going to have the 7, 8, 9 in the Caverna lineup. Layden Blanton, Keaton Williams, and Caleb Burris. Bryce Bradshaw remains on the hill for the Bulldogs. Blanton reached on a walk in his last at-bat, was advanced around. Got a block to second, a wild pitch to third, and a wild pitch scored. Bradshaw quickly out on front. 0-2 the count. Strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the day for Bradshaw. So with 1 out, no one on, that's going to bring up the pitcher, Keaton Williams. Williams also reached on a walk and later came around to score while his courtesy runner scored. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count. Strike 2. Bradshaw really in a good rhythm right now. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts now. That's going to bring up Caleb Burris, the left fielder. Burris reached on a walk and came around to score. That evens it up at 1-1. Two and 1 the count. That one in there for a strike on the inside corner. 2-2 now to Burris. That one low. 3-2 now the count. I want to go high. Burris will get down to first base. We'll head to the top of the order. Connor Ray now to the plate. Ray 0 for 2 on the day as a ground out and a strikeout. Ray came into tonight's game hitting 188. Burris at first. Conservative lead over there. That one outside, 1-0. Two and 0 now the count. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Burris on the year 4 of 5. Stolen bases, that one. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. 2-2 now the count. Sorry, not 4 for 5. He's 5 for 5. Very short lead at first. That one high and tight. 3-2. Burris should be off on this pitch. Strike 3. Bradshaw now has 6 strikeouts in his 2 innings. There were no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on base, and no John Harden errors as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Caverna on top, 4-2 over John Harden. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. 2 up in the bottom of the 3rd. It's going to be 3-4-5 in the Bulldog lineup. Bryce Bradshaw, Larry McKnight, and Destiny McAllister. Keaton Williams will remain on the hill for the Colonels. Bradshaw 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI single in his first at bat. Later got to 3rd where he was stranded in the 1st inning. Swings at that first pitch, fouled off. This one hit hard to left field. Burris not going to be able to get to this one in time to catch it, but he'll quickly get it back in. Bradshaw 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Larry McKnight. McKnight, without an official at bat, he walked in his first at bat and stole second base where he was stranded there. Bradshaw takes off on the first pitch. Throw down, not going to be in time. Gets the stolen base. Two and one now the count. That one outside. Going for third. Ray is a good throw down there, but offline. Corn able to get it. Otherwise, it would have gone into left field. So Bradshaw now at third. Has 3 stolen bases on the day. McKnight with a RBI opportunity. That one in there for a strike. 3 and 2, sorry. That one's outside. So there'll be runners at the corners with no outs as McAllister comes to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day with a pop out on the infield. McKnight, the last time he was walked, Bradshaw was at third also, and he stole second base. We're going to have a change in the pitcher position. Looks like it's going to be Sanderson heading to the mound for the Colonels. So we'll see if we have some stats on Sanderson. This will be his 10th appearance of the season. He has a 1-4 record, a 9.88 ERA. It's 28 strikeouts to 24 walks. Get a reminder, the Bulldogs back in action tomorrow night as they will hit the road. They'll head to Bowling Green to take on Warren Central. For Caverna, they'll be at home tomorrow night as they will host Edmonson County. Later this week, they will head to Bowling Green as well to take on Warren Central as their last game of the season. John Hart next week will be in the opening game of the 17th District Tournament as they will play Fort Knox. They've defeated Fort Knox 2 times this year to be the 4 seed. Back to action, Destiny McAllister now to the plate. Runners at first and third. McKnight takes off, bunt. That's going to be in foul territory. Everybody will reset. So 0-1 the count. Burnett from first, a couple of feet in. Now they're stealing home on the squeeze bunt. Bradshaw in. Excellent job. And for McKnight, he goes from first to third. McAllister gets the RBI on the sac bunt. So the Bulldogs cut the Caverna lead to 1, and McKnight in scoring position as Dawson Hall now comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. That one goes behind Hall. It's actually a pretty impressive catch by Ray, the catcher. Coach Rodriguez is going to come down from third, and I wonder if he thinks it hit Hall. If it did, Hall did not do a good acting job. So the umpire's talking that over. I don't know the count. This will be hit into left field. There's an RBI hit for Hall. And we're all tied at 4 apiece. So 2 singles and a walk here in this third inning for the Bulldogs. And that's going to bring. It's not going to be Braden Hackley. Braden Hackley now to the plate. Sorry, it's not Hackley. I've got 2 different. That was close to a balk, but he did throw it. Hall going on that one. He'll slide in safely at second. Heads up running by Hall. Gets himself all the way over to third. This ball didn't come in from the outfield in a timely manner. Bentley Wise now the hitter. He'll bunt this one. And only place for Sanderson to go is first. So an RBI sacrifice bunt. Second one of the inning. And the Bulldogs take their first lead of the ball game, up now 5-4. So that's going to bring up Ian Woodard, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He reached on an error and came around to score. That'll be fouled down the first base side. That one high and tight. 1-1. That one outside. 2-1 the count. Three and one. That's in there for a strike. I'll take it full, 3-2. That's fouled off. I'll get out of play down the first base side. He hit out towards the second baseman. Over there's Dennison up with it across for the third out of the inning. But the Bulldogs able to push 3 across. There were 3 runs on 2 hits. No Caverna errors and no one left on base. After 3 complete here at John Hardin, the Bulldogs on top 5-4 over Caverna. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 broadcasting brought to you in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminator, a locally-owned family-run pest control company, has been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Due up for the Colonels. It will be 2-3-4 in the lineup. Riley Sanderson, Zandon Korn, and Philip Broers. Bryce Bradshaw will remain on the hill for the Bulldogs. Home plate umpire's gone over to talk to some people in the Caverna dugout. Sanderson coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on a walk and scored as a strikeout. We're in the top of the 4th inning. John Hardin on top, 5-4. That one low, 1-0. Two and 0 now the count. Swing to miss on that one, 2-1. That's in there for a strike. That'll even it at 2-2. That one hit hard, deep left field. No one's going to get to it. Bounces. Sanderson at second. He's going to round second, turn for third. McAllister's relay not going to be in time. And it's a stand-up triple for Riley Sanderson. So with no outs and a runner at third, that's going to bring up Zandon Korn. Korn 1 for 1 on the day. He's reached on a walk and has a single. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. That's in there for a strike. 0-2. fouled off. Stays 0-2. Covell thought that was strike 3. 1-2 now the count as Corn steps back in. Two and two now the count. Swing and a miss. For Bradshaw on the day, that is his 7th strikeout. It's the actual 7th out he's had as well. He has had given up a single, he hit a batter, and has walked one, and they just gave up the triple to Sanderson. But 7 strikeouts in 2 1/3 innings. It's going to bring up center fielder Philip Royers. Royers is 0 for 1 on the day. Swing to that first one, fouls it off. He popped out into foul territory on third and then was hit by a pitch on his last at-bat. Throw over to third. Sanderson back in. Strike. 0-2. That one low and away. 1-2. Strike 3 on that one. So you gets him looking there. Good breaking ball from Bradshaw. So now with 2 outs and a runner at third, it's going to bring up Burnett. Sean Burnett, no official at bat. He's walked twice in his 2 at-bats. That one away. 1-0. That one well outside. Curveball low and in the dirt. 3-0 now the count. Covell going to take a trip out to talk it over with his pitcher. Comes back. And Sanderson with a leadoff triple to start this inning. Back-to-back strikeouts. So now 2 outs, 3-0 the count. Burnett digs back in. And 3 consecutive times today, Sean Burnett has walked. The runners at the corners, that's going to bring up Rafe Dennison, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one away. Covell again thought that one was in there for a strike. That one low, 2-0. So we hit towards third. Bowman up with it. He'll go to second. Easy way. Gets the out. So after the leadoff triple, no one helps behind that. So there were no runs on 1 hit, 2 runners left on base, and no John Harden errors as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. John Harden on top, 5-3 over Caverna. 5-4 over Caverna. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Subscribe to our channel. Get all your local community sports and events. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. And for the Bulldogs, they're back in action tomorrow night as they will hit the road, head to Bowling Green to take on Warren Central. And for Caverna, their next game is tomorrow as well as they will host Edmonson County. For us here at HCEC-TV, we will not be back on for a sporting event until next Monday. We have both the 17th District Baseball Tournament and 17th District Softball Tournament. Two up in the Bulldog lineup. It'll be 9-1-2. Jamar Neal, Isaiah Covell, and Trevor Bowman. Sanderson remains on the hill for the Colonels. Neal 0 for 0 on the day. He had a sacrifice in his last at bat. That one in the dirt, 1-0. Swing and a miss there, evens it at 1-1. In there for a strike. 1-2 now the count to Neal. Low and away. 2-2 now the count. Into foul territory over near the Bulldog dugout. Count remains 2-2. It's going to be hit hard to left field. Burris coming in, makes the catch. Had a really good break on that one. For the first out, and we head to the top of the order for the Bulldogs. Isaiah Covell now to the plate. Covell 1 for 1 on the day. Reached on a walk and had an RBI double as 1 run scored. One no. Swinging a miss there, 1-1. Now he fouled out of play. 1-2 now the count. This will be hit into right field for a single. Back-to-back base hits. As that one gets past the Blanton, the outfielder. So it's going to be a single, and he'll end up on third. So the ball's still not in. Second baseman now going to throw it home. This is going to get out of the way. And so it's a single, and then 2 errors, and scores the run. It's in there for a strike. Trevor Bowman now to the plate. Didn't go around on that one. 1-1. Bulldogs now lead 6-4. Time called. Coach Young for Caverna comes out talking to umpire. Want to make sure that they had said it was not a swing. That one fouled off the bat, the catcher, and the umpire. One and 2 the count to Bowman. Bowman 0 for 2 on the day as a pop out and a ground out.
Check, bud. Be here, bud.
Oh, fouled back as well. Count remains 1 and 2. One in the dirt. 2 and 2 now the count. This one back up the middle. No one going to be able to get to that one, and it's a single for Bowman. So Bowman on base for the first time today, and that's going to bring up the pitcher now, Bryce Bradshaw. Bradshaw 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles. He also has 3 stolen bases, an RBI, and a run scored. That one bounced in. On the wild pitch, Bowman will take off for second. I'm not sure what we're going to talk to the officials about now. So Bowman is out at second base. 6-4. Bradshaw comes to the plate. That one gets away, and Bowman will trot down to third. Takes a big turn. No one really. Sanderson did not go to cover home. So Bowman just 90 feet away. Back-to-back wild pitches. That one gets away, and Bowman now will come in and score. 7th run of the day for the Bulldogs. 2nd one here in this 4th inning. Three and 0 the count. 4-0 gets the walk. So for the 3rd time today, Bradshaw down at first base. That's going to bring up Larry McKnight. McKnight, without an official at back, he's walked in both cases, has 1 run scored. Another throw over. And Bradshaw with another stolen base. It's really not bad throws from Ray. They're getting really good jumps on the pitcher. 4th stolen base of the day for Bradshaw. This will be hit towards center field, high in the air. Going back on it is Brewers. That one pops out of his glove. And so the E8 allows Bradshaw to get to 3rd. And they'll have runners at the corners, 1 out. And that'll bring up Destiny McAllister. McAllister 0 for 1. She popped out in her first at bat and had a sacrifice squeeze RBI in her last at bat. McKnight, almost a defensive indifference, as no one was really holding him on. He just trots down to 2nd. 1-0 the count. And that one hit McAllister. I think that one caught her. Yep, they're calling for the coaches. I think her helmet was coming off. That got her right in front of her ear on her left side. So we will step away real quickly. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. E-Town Apartments is a family-owned and operated management service with over 30 years of combined experience. For those who are serving their country in the military, a discount is available. Take a virtual tour today at etownapartments.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go to mugabug.com. And West Point Bank with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple online at westpointbank.com. As you can tell by the cheers, Destiny McAllister got up. She is trotting down to first base. So the bases will be loaded. Bryce Bradshaw at third, Larry McKnight at second, and Destiny McAllister at first. As Dawson Hall, the first baseman, comes to the plate. Hall 1 for 2 on the day as a single and an RBI. That one high, 1-0. This will be popped up, that gets out of play. There's a lot of room here in foul territory at John Harden. That one does get to the seats. 1-1 the count. Now a foul straight back. 1-2 now the count. On high. 2-2 the count. That one fouled straight back. Count remains 2-2. And that hits Dawson. Gets him an RBI. As Bradshaw will come in to score. Third run of the inning, 8th run of the game. The Bulldogs now up 8-4. And that is going to bring up number 8, who was not in the starting lineup. And I'll just be truthful, I don't have an 8 on my lineup. Oh, it's Braden Hackley back up. So Bentley Wise had hit in the last inning. Hackley re-enters. Fouled off. In his lone at bat, Hackley was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 2-1 the count. That one low, 3 balls and 1 strike. There's ball 4. And that'll be an RBI walk. So Sanderson, who had been throwing strikes, has hit 2 batters back to back and then walked walks Hackley there. That scores McKnight from third. That moves McAllister to third. Hall will be at second. And now we come to Ian Woodard. Woodard on the day 0 for 2. He did reach on an error and score. This is the 9th batter of the inning for the Bulldogs. That one high. 2-0 the count. Two and one. That one fouled off right at home plate. That'll even the count at 2-2. And that one hits. So 3 of the last 4 hitters have been hit by a pitch from Sanderson. And so McAllister comes in from third. And we're going to have a visit from Coach Young. They're going to have to change the pitcher. John Harden now on top, 10-4. 1 out here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Bases loaded. And number 22, which is second baseman Rafe Dennison, will now head to the mound. See if we can dig up any stats on him. Dennison, this will be his 5th appearance. 0-3 on the year, a 37.8 ERA. Again, for John Harden, their last game will be tomorrow as they hit the road and they head to Warren Central to finish out the regular season. For Caverna, they host tomorrow night Edmonson County, and later this week they will head to Warren Central for their final game of the regular season. Caverna in the 18th district. They will play in the opening round. Again, for us, the rest of this week, we will have no more sporting events, as there are a lot of award ceremonies and graduations taking place over the next couple of weeks. We will be back on the air next week. We will have the 17th District baseball and softball tournaments. Whichever one we're not live on, we will record the other. Try to have it up on our YouTube channel as fast as possible. Due up now for the Bulldogs will be Jameer Neal. He started off the inning with a hard hit ball to left field that just went right to Burris. So now he comes to the plate with 1 out, bases loaded. Two from inside, 1-0. That one stays inside as well. 2-0 now the count. Three, now the count. There's ball 4. So that will bring in Hall from third, as we'll head to the top of the order with Isaiah Covell. Covell is 2 for 2 on the day. He also reached on a walk as a single and a double. It's 2 runs scored. (11-4). This one hit high in the air, shallow right field. Blanton getting it, but got a late break on it. Everybody takes off. It's just going to move up 1 base. So an RBI single for Covell, as that brings in Hackley from third. Makes our score 12-4. Bowman now to the plate. Still have Woodard at third, Neal at second. Bowman 1 for 3 on the day. A single, a ground out, and a fly out. That one high. This will be a base hit into left field. 1 run is in. Neal rounds third. Burris not going to be able to get this one back in. So a 2 RBI single for Bowman, as Woodard and Neal both score. So Covell will be at second. Runners at first and second, just 1 out. Bryce Bradshaw now to the plate. Bradshaw 2 for 2 on the day as a pair of singles. It's 4 stolen bases and 2 runs scored. 14-4. Steps off, throw down to second. Covell back. And got it. Oh! Oh, he was out. But in the scorebook, it goes down to the stolen base. So, second and third. Two and 0 the count. That one catches the inside corner. One in the dirt. 3-1. This would hit high in center field. Roar's out there. It's over his head. He's still running back. 1 run is in. Bowman rounding third, and Bradshaw never stopped. And throw well off, and Bradshaw comes all the way around to score. So a bases clearing hit. So for John Harden in this inning, 12 runs, 17-4 our score. Larry McKnight now coming to the plate. McKnight 0 for 1 on the day. He's reached twice on walks and once on an error. Has 2 stolen bases and 2 runs scored. 2-0 now the count.
Good job, Paul. Keep it up.
That one hits McKnight. He'll trot down to first. That's going to ramp Destiny McAllister. McAllister 0 for 1 on the day. She flew out in her first at bat. Then she had a sacrifice squeeze play, which got the RBI bunt down. And her last at bat was hit and then came around to score. And we are having a change. As number 9 coming to the plate. Desmond McAllister now to the plate for the Bulldogs. Desmond comes in hitting 100 on the year. McKnight will be at first. That'll be a hit. It was a good job by McKnight as he was stealing second. The shortstop moved over and moved right out of the hole that Desmond McAllister hit that one into. And that will bring up so McKnight now at third, as it'll be runners at first and third with one out. And that one hit Hall. That is the second time today he's been hit by a pitch. So the bases will be loaded. McKnight at third, McAllister at second, and Hall at first. And that will bring up Braden Hackley. High and inside. And in there for a strike, 1-1 now the count. This will be fouled out of play. One and two now the count. Hackley is 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out and then was walked with the bases loaded, so gets him an RBI and came around to score. That one fouled off. Count remains 1 and 2. That one low. 2 and 2 now the count. That's going to be ripped foul down the left field line. I'm actually going to come back in fair territory. They're going to have to get that one before they can throw the next one in. 2-2 the count. This one fisted towards third. Corn gets it. It's going to flip it to second and get the double play. And so that will end the inning. But not before they send 17 batters to the plate. 12 runs scored in the inning for the Bulldogs. Five hits, 3 errors. So after 4 complete, the score, John Hardin on top, 17-4 over Caverna. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV. Subscribe to our channel and get all your local community sports and events. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. The Colonel's going to have to put some runs across the board to continue this one on. They will have 7, 8, 9 in their lineup. Layden Blanton, Keaton Williams, and Caleb Burris. So we have another pitching change. Ian Woodard now to the mound for the Bulldogs. Woodard, this will be his 6th appearance on this season. He doesn't have a record. He's got an ERA of 26.73, has 4 strikeouts to just 2 walks. We do have a change in the catcher position as well. It's like Bryce Bradshaw will head to do the catching. Covell goes over to third. So Bowman back to shortstop. So to the plate for Layden Blanton. Oh, we have a substitute there as well. Clayton Norris, he ran for the pitcher earlier in the game and came around to score. That one low. On the season, Norris hitting 105. That one low as well. 2-0 now the count. Three and 0 the count. A 4-pitch walk. Keaton Williams, the batter due up. We'll have to see if that is him. Yep, it is Williams. Williams 0 for 1 on the day. It's a strikeout and reached on a walk and has a run scored. Norris at first. That one up 1-0. Norris 3 for 3 in the stolen base category. Very conservative lead at first. That one's high as well. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. That one inside. Is the count full? 3-2. Strike 3. So with 1 out and a runner at first, we get to Caleb Burris. See if he is, he is going to be hitting. Burris has reached twice on walks, has a run scored. He's going to bunt this one. It spins foul. So everybody will reset. 0-1 the count. Go it on the pitch. Throw down. Got the runner. Norris trying to steal. He attempted at that bunt. So 0-2 the count. Good throw from Bradshaw to get the runner at second. Strike 3. And that will do it. All game 17-4. John Hardin wins this one. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. For John Hardin, they improved to 8-20 on this season. Again, they're back in action tomorrow as they hit the road and travel to Warren Central for their final game of the regular season. For Caverna, they fall to 3-16 on the year, and they're back in action tomorrow as they host Edmonson County. For us here at HCEC-TV, we will be back on Monday as we will have coverage of both the 17th District baseball and softball tournament. We aren't sure exactly which games will be live yet and which games will be taped, but we will be covering all of those games. For all of us here at HCEC-TV, I'm Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.